Kushner was doing good work with the Abraham Accords. Of course, the Democrats don't want to admit that. I appreciate the gentleman for yielding.
Chair now recognizes.
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion. I would move pursuant to Clause 2K6 of Rule 11 that the committee issue a subpoena to Jared Kushner to compel testimony related to the $2 billion collected from Saudi Arabia after his service within the White House.
Second.
There's a motion, and for what purpose does the gentleman from Ohio seek recognition?
Move to table the motion.
There's a motion. The motion to table is not debatable. As many as are in favor of tabling signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no.
No.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
This is just utter foolishness. By the way, you brought him up, Jared Kushner, and he really should be subpoenaed, really should be looked into for the money he got from the Saudis, $2 billion. Only the best people. He was not qualified to run that fund, but somehow he rose to the top and got all that money. I'm sure there's no stipulations, nothing needed in return.
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait. Click join now on YouTube.
It's suspicious, no? The Saudi money, and it's become even more suspicious. Let's take a look at it. The president of the Republic of Serbia, Aleksandar Vučić, been accused of greenlighting Kushner's $500 million Belgrade project, giving his investment firm a 99-year lease at no charge. Wow. In exchange for political influence on the presumptive American GOP presidential nominee, an accusation Vučić denies. Daily Edition with the details there. How much longer do we get to ignore the elephant in the room, also known as Jared Kushner? Jordan, will he ever be brought to account? Members of the Trump family who've gotten so much, I would say having done so little, but they did a lot. They did a lot when they were either in power or close to power. When does Jared Kushner get investigated?
It's a great question. I would love to know. Getting $2 billion from the Saudi investment fund for your new enterprise, despite having little to no investment experience. He runs a portfolio now, and that wasn't his background. But he gets $2 billion based on what I assume and what many assume, I think rightfully, his role in the government, his role in the Trump administration, what he did, maybe what they promised the Saudis that could happen if Trump is reelected or after, or maybe even during. Maybe there was something that happened during the Trump administration. Those are all questions worth considering. And unlike Hunter Biden, Jared Kushner was in the government. He was in the Trump administration. So that it's a great question, Sharon. I would love to see some investigation into that, because it's not just, he got $20,000 for working at some company and he wasn't qualified. He got $2 billion. Why? What is the justification for that?
We'll get back to you on that. That's really what everyone's saying. We'll get back to you on that. It is just nonsensical. And how the Republicans get together, like almost like little rats. They scurry together. Second that yay! Let's go back to the playground. Where they're not going to advance it. No way. Okay. Can you imagine if someone like a Carrie Lake gets to the halls of Congress? This show will be, Ringling Brothers is over, right? People finally said, you got to leave these animals alone. They shouldn't, just be here for our pleasure and show. It's back and it's headed to Washington.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.